Play with me on Fortnite, play with me on Fortnite, cool, cool. Only problem is you guys be talking mad, you know what? So, I had a homie, well, you know, my online homie, started talking mad smack. The real reason why I flew to North Carolina was because he was talking shit. We made a bet. I said, bro, I'll fly over there and choke you out. Here he is. I showed up to his damn job. Had to wait for him to finish his job. So now, I'm gonna choke your ass out. Well, bet's a bet, dog. Bet's a bet?
Yeah.
You gonna go to sleep?
Yes.
Hell yeah. There we go. Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Put your hand up. That way I know when you go to sleep. You're out? He's out. Stay sick.
Hey. Shit, man. I took a nap, man.
How do you feel?
I felt weird,
Sit
man.
back down before you ball.
No, I'm good.
How do you feel?
I'm good. Hey. Oh, fucking shit felt weird, man. And that shit was kind of fun, man.
Where you see it?
Sei, acho que tudo é possível, mas é uma coisa que não dá pra planejar. Mas é uma coisa que eu tenho vontade.
That's something that he really wants, but you know, he's on a contract to UFC. We know McGregor did it. Don't know how he would, but it's something that he really like to do.
Yeah, who would be somebody that be a big fight for him in boxing right now?
Pô, campeão, né? Eu sou campeão, acho que né, igual o Alexander, o Zic.
Cruiserweight.
Well, he's the champ. He would like to fight the champ. So Alexander
Acho que
Usyk is the fight that he wants.
Wow. That'd be a super fight.
Wow.
That'd be fight of the century.
Pô, também já fiz sparring com um cara experiente, o Plínio sabe, né? E fui muito bem nos sparring. E os caras estão ganhando tudo aí.
He feel that he could do really good. Like people talk about boxing, but boxing is one of his strongest parts. And yeah, if he's supposed to fight, he's the champ. He want to fight the champ. So he'll fight Alexander Usyk. He think he could go head to head with him. He think he's up there. Me personally, I put him already to spar some world-class top 10 heavyweight boxers. Guys with names, real good names. Not that I'm not gonna mention, but he did really good, bro. So I think he could do good.
Wow.
I believe in him.
Wow.
myself. I needed some sort of motivation to be able to fight in the championships because I thought that with my condition, I was never going to be allowed to do that. And that's when I started following you, and I saw that you were also having issues with your eyes, but you weren't telling anybody because I was doing the same thing as you were doing, kind of squinting, hiding it from people.
Yep.
And so I needed to speak to somebody like you to get an advice from you to say, hey, what should I do when I have this issue? But back then I knew zero English. I didn't know any English at all. And I didn't know how to approach you, how to write it to you. And so when I saw what you were able to achieve with your condition, and my condition is very similar, you were a huge motivation for me to even be in the sport in the first place.
Well, I am very humbled by those words. I've seen you say that several times. And yes, thank you for those kind words. I think it was Luke Rockhold the first fight, but hold on, I got to take this out. Hold on, there we go. Now we're brothers. Properly. Yeah. Did you ever think about getting one of these?
I was told, but no, not yet. No, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You look good. I mean, you own it.
Ты отлично, это твое.
Easy, how are you? Good?
Before we get started here, let me get some fucking dumb shit out of the way first here. I'm out here, have fun doing Power Slap tonight. And I'm sure you guys heard what Bryce Mitchell said. If you haven't, he said some probably, I've heard a lot of dumb, ignorant shit in my day, but this one's probably the worst. When you talk about Hitler, he's responsible for the death of 6 million Jews, and he tried to completely eliminate a race of people. World War II was the deadliest war in history. 15 million military deaths, 45 million civilians, and 25 million soldiers were killed in World War II. Second of all, Hitler is one of the most disgusting and evil human beings to ever walk the face of the earth, and anyone that even tries to take an opposing position is a moron. That's the problem with the internet and social media. You provide a platform for a lot of dumb, ignorant people. We've obviously reached out to Bryce, and when we read what he said and let him know how we feel about it, I don't even, we're beyond disgusted. So, for those of you that don't know what's going on, good, you're lucky. For those of you that do, that's what I have to say about it. Who's got the first question?
Hey, Dana.
Hey.
It's obviously not a fun topic to talk about the Bryce stuff. I think that's a great statement that you just gave. Does Bryce Mitchell face a punishment from the UFC for saying what
That's what everybody wants to hear about punishments. Free speech. I don't have to love it. You don't have to love it. You know.
I agree with that, the free speech sentiment. Is there a concern, though, right, if he goes out and wins a fight and gets a mic?
Well, that's the beautiful thing about this business. For all of you that hate Bryce Mitchell, you get to see him hopefully get his ass whooped on global television. I mean, what do you want me to say about it? You know where I am with free speech? We're disgusted by it. I think he's probably one of the dumbest, literally one of the dumbest human beings. Let's not forget that this is a guy who took a drill through his nutsack, then had to reverse it and put the drill back out of his. That's the level of stupid that we're talking about here. And I could probably go on for 10 minutes talking about how dumb Bryce Mitchell is. But guess what? Bryce Mitchell has a podcast.
I believe this was episode 1.
What a way to start. But that's the world that we live in now. Dumb people who are really stupid and really ignorant can have a voice. We don't have to agree with it. We don't have to like it. I'm giving you mine and the UFC's position on what he had to say. You know, and this is no different than things that I've said about Strickland, you know. But I will say this. Out of all the dumb, ignorant shit I've heard in my life, this has to be the dumbest and most ignorant.
Last thing from me on this. When you spoke to Bryce about it and said, this is disgusting, did he have any sort of like, oh, I was just talking, or did he walk it back at all?
His thing was, I'm sorry if I put you guys in any position, and, you know.
But not sorry for saying.
He's stupid. He's dumb. You can't fix dumb people. You know what I mean? When you have somebody that's really, really stupid, and that's who we're talking about here, what do you do? How do you talk sense to a dummy? You don't.
Fucking A, dude. You went hard. You fought a guy who came out really fucking flag, doesn't give a fuck. It's like, you know, like Rob is known to,
either be a fucking superstar or a fucking can, and he was a fucking can. He was just met with too much pressure. It's like, dude, nah, man. After I'm done with fucking Chimeav, I'm just gonna go back to fucking peddling crypto scam fun, just to fucking roast them. You know what I mean? Like, who is fucking Chimeav, dude? You fled your shitty fucking country to go have a better life in Sweden. You go back because your family's persecuted. You go back. You suck off with the same fucking dictator who probably made your life a living hell. You become a fucking Chechnyan whore. He starts pulling the leash on you. He's like, he fucking owns you. The leash gets fucking too tight. You flee to another fucking country, and then you fucking, what else? And then you start doing crypto scams. Like, then, dude, yeah, could Chimeav fight? You could fight, dude, but you're not a fucking man. I know you're not a man. You know you're not a man. The whole fucking world knows you're not a fucking man.